Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 French Tech Tree Tank Destroyer, the Foch 155, a vehicle that basically everybody agrees is overpowered. I had a poll on my channel about a week ago, and I had all of you guys vote on what you consider to be overpowered and this and that. And the Foch made it into the overpowered category in my tier list. And honestly, that's not surprising at all. The level of mobility, the damage output, and armor this tank features is insane. And it allows this tank to just get away with a lot, which is obviously a good thing for the Foch, and a bad thing for people fighting against the Foch. So we have the enemy Kron already spotted, and we have the Progetto. I'm just going to move up to the Kron there. We got one shell into his tank, and two. Just like that. That was a 1,260 damage dealt. I mean, think about that. 1,260 damage in that tiny burst of time there. Now the Yo's going to move up. I'm going to move over towards the Object 452K, ideally. I don't know where the 215B is, but I'm honestly not too worried at this point, because the Yo gets the clear into that player. I'm going to push all the way wide over here. I'm going to try and get some damage into the 452. There you go. 550 damage. We're just going to reload the clip. 18 seconds left, and then I'll be able to clear the 452. So we just got to wait a little bit longer, and we'll be all good. By the way, because this tank gets gear oil, it's also incredibly maneuverable, which is a bit of a shocker probably to most players, but yes, this tank is very, very maneuverable. So there's the 452. There's a 700 damage max roll. He probably thinks we're out of shells, but we're not. There you go. Easy clear into his tank. So we have the Waffenträger in front of us, which, of course, not only rolls 630 with a 580 alpha, but obviously annihilates my health. But I don't think it really matters, because bro got pretty quickly taken apart as well. We have the 2 and 5B right here, which shouldn't have snapped it, but it's alright. We're going to get the second shell out anyway, so we still got 566 damage. Not a bad game at all. Not bad. We did 3,000 damage plus in this game. We had a super easy victory. And again, this really showcases where the Foch just gets so much damage out, right? We did top on the team with very little effort. And yeah, let's just do one more battle in the Foch and see if it does just as well. Here we go. Le Battle. But yeah, I do agree. I think this tank is overpowered. I think that the armor alone is insane. It used to be a lot weaker on the upper plate. It was probably about, I'm going to say the upper plate was about 300 millimeters previously. And then with the buff on flat ground, it's about 360 to 70 now. That's just on flat ground. If you're actually using the 5 degrees of gun depression this vehicle has. Also, I'm wearing a blanket because it's cold in my room and it keeps sliding off me. But the now armor is like 360 to 370 effective, and then with gun depression it's over 400, so you realistically will not be penning the Foch, which is insane. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to move up here, and we're going to get right into this bush, because we're a tank destroyer, we have great camo values, and because we're so mobile, if something tries to YOLO into the dip, I think we should have a pretty easy opportunity to hit it. But this grill's sitting directly behind me in the open. Move, bro. What are we doing? Alright, let's put on our tungsten. We got one shell into the enemy Kron. I like how bro, without even aiming, just insta-snaps me. This grill is going to get me really irritated. But it is very funny to me that, like, a Kron, not a very accurate tank, hits both of those shots. By the way, that was standard. The only spot that Kron could pen me is where he penned me. It's just, I just imagine myself hitting those shots, and, like, the chance of those hitting are, like, slim to none, so it's just always funny to me. Well, we have the 183, which I get a 599 damage shell into, and a 524. There you go, we're up to 2,400 damage already, and we've taken off a rather substantial amount of that 183. Again, this tank is just so good because of that damage output it has. And the DPM is not bad either. Like, you can see we're already reloaded. We've got our shells back, so we poke this position again. And, oh, there's the 183. We know the Rhino was right over here. So I'm not sure if that Rhino is going to make a play. Yep, there you go. Easy 537 into the Rhino once, and there you go. Another 533. We're up to 3,500 damage now with 3 clips dealt. The Rhino's crying in chat, which is hilarious. Not my fault, bro. Maybe next time, instead of getting that second shell out, you use your repair kit and back in the cover. We have the 183 still there. I'd love for that 183 to poke, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, there you go. 183 does poke. We get a 636 into his tank, and bye-bye. 113 damage later, he's out of the game. We do have the boss Shotzion 25 ton, which we are going to activate our speed boost for. And in 8 seconds, we will have our shells ready. 5, 4, 3. Ow. It's a little bit cringe. We'll just take him out of the game really quickly. And bonk. There you go. Easy shot. Alright. We have our repair kit back in just a second here. We have the Rhino, who's obviously trying to rush me, but forgot I have a second shell. Bye-bye. That's why we have tungsten as well on our vehicle, because we can get that little bit of extra damage out. So yeah, another incredibly easy battle for the Foch. It's an overpowered tank, and this game was a great example why. I mean, even with getting shot by that Kron in the beginning, we still had an easy 4,000, 5,000 damage. Yeah, 5,300 damage. I mean, that's such a huge amount of damage for a short battle. Right now, the problem with the matchmaker is that heavies are too slow to really make an impact, so you need a mobile tank. And the Foch has that mobility. With Gear Oil, you can finally reverse at a decent speed, and with Super Speed Boost, you can accelerate really quickly. So you have those two bases covered. You have great DPM, you have 3,040 with this gun, plus you have Tungsten, which is more equivalent to like 3,200 DPM. You have great levels of pen, you have great dispersion, and you have solid damage per shot. And plus the armor, this tank basically does a much better role than a heavy. It has the mobility, and the best part is that it has great camo values at 70%. So it kind of has everything going for it, and it's why this vehicle is so good. Now, obviously you can't do everything that a heavy can. You are a tank destroyer, and that means you have less hit points, especially because I'm running enhanced armor. You have 1,850 health, which is about 600 to 800 less than a heavy. So that doesn't mean you can just YOLO out into the open, but with the 1,300 damage potential this vehicle does with tungsten activated, as you saw in both of the games I played, I was very quickly able to overwhelm any tank and bleed them out for a good third of their health. And that is really why this tank is so incredibly good. It used to be very inaccurate, but honestly, I don't notice the accuracy being a problem. The APCR standard is pretty mid, but it still has really good standard pen at 290, so it's not really a problem. And plus, when you load gold, it's got 418 mils of pen. And I should mention, it still has pretty good damage per shot on the gold at 480. It's a big drop-off, but it's still pretty good. You also have a single shotgun, which has even more DPM, still allows the tungsten, has higher damage per shot at 620. I like both guns on this tank. I think the tank in general is a very, very fun, enjoyable playstyle. And really, in any player's hands, this is a solid tank. But you can let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.